Good morning, students. Today we are going to learn about the decimal expansion of real numbers. We know that real numbers are of two types, rational and irrational, where already we have discussed that rational number decimal expansion is of two types, terminating and second one non-terminating and recurring. But for irrational number we have non-terminating and non-recurring decimal expansion. In this class we will just learn about the decimal expansion of real numbers. So let's move forward. There is a one theorem which says that if x is any rational number and its decimal expansion terminates, then if x is written in p by q form and p and q are co-prime, then the prime factorization of q is of the form 2 to the power n by 5 to the power m, which means if decimal expansion of any rational number terminates and we convert it in the form of p by q, then the prime factorization of q will be 2 to the power n into 5 to the power m. Got it? Also, we can say that if any number doesn't have denominator in the form of 2 to the power n into 5 to the power m, then it does not terminate. Or if it is of form 2 to the power n into 5 to the power m, then it terminates. Just look at few examples to make it clear. You say anything about the decimal expansion of 4 by 5 and 4 by 15? Both are rational number. What kind of decimal expansion they have? Let's find out what kind of decimal expansion they have. 4 by 5, when we divide we will get 0.8, and 4 by 15 when we divide we get 0.2666, and so on. So 4 by 5 is having terminating decimal expansion and 4 by 15 is having non-terminating recurring decimal expansion. Why so? Why both are rational number but still they have a different kind of decimal expansion, one terminating and one non-terminating recurring? Have you ever think about this? Okay, let's move to this examples. 275 by 1000, which is 0.275. It can be, the decimal expansion can be written in the form of 275 by 10 cube. Similarly, 0.15 can be written as 15 by 10 square. Further, their denominators in terms of prime numbers can be written as follows by converting them in the standard form. So 0.275 is equal to 11 by 2 cube into 5, and 0.104 in standard form, and then converting them in the term denominator in terms of 2 and 5, we get 13 by 2 to the power 0 into 5 to the power n 3. So here we see that both the numbers denominator can be written in the form of 2 to the power n into 5 to the power m. So we can conclude that when denominator can be expressed in this form, then we got a terminating decimal expansion. Got it? coming back to the same question, 4 by 5 and 4 by 15. The prime factorization of 5 can be written as 2 to the power 0 into 5 to the power 1, and 15 can be written as 2 3 into 5. So first number 4 by 5 is of the form 2n into 5 to the power n. Hence it gives us terminating decimal expansion, and 4 by 15 cannot be written in the terms of 2n into 5 to the power m. Therefore it gives us non-terminating recurring decimal expansion. So we can say that whenever denominator consists of other numbers than 2 or 5, then it gives us non-terminating and recurring decimal expansion. For terminating decimal expansion, 2 or 5 is the only number that should be the prime factor of denominator. Other than that will give us non-terminating recurring decimal expansion, like 10 by 7, 1 by 3, 11 by 9. So there is a one theorem which says that if x is an irrational number having p by q as p and q integer, q is not equal to 0 and q is of the form 2n into 5 to the power m, then the decimal expansion of x terminates. Vice versa is also true for it, which means if decimal expansion terminates, then denominator is of form 2n into 5 to the power m. And if it is not of the form 2n into 5 to the power m, then decimal expansion is non-terminating and recurring. In the same way, we can say that decimal expansion is non-terminating and recurring means the denominator does not have the prime factor in the form of 2n into 5 to the power m. Okay, we will solve some questions to make the thing clear to us. Now the question is state whether the rational number 3 by 50 will have terminating or recurring decimal expansion. According to the theorem which we have studied just now, if the given number like 3 by 50 here is in the standard form, which means if we cannot further simplify it, then we will find out the prime factorization of the denominator. So first of all, we will look at the number. The number is 3 by 50 and this number is in the standard form. We cannot further simplify it. So 3 by 50 is in standard form. Okay, after that we will find out the prime factorization of 50. The prime factorization of 50 is 2 into 5 into 5, which can be written as 2 into 5 square. Now the denominator can be written in terms of 2m into 5 to the power n. Hence we can say that it is terminating. Understood? If denominator can be written in the form of 2m into 5 and then only it is terminating. If it consists of any other number except 2 and 5, then it is recurring, non-terminating recurring decimal expansion in case of rational numbers. Once again, I repeat for you that if decimal expansion is terminating, then the denominator prime factorization is of the form 2m into 5n, which means that the prime factors of denominator are only 2 and 5. It might be possible that it consists of only 2, or it might be possible that it consists of only 5 also. Okay, so if the prime factorization of decimal, prime factorization of denominator is either 2 or 5, or 2 and 5 both, then it is having terminating decimal expansion. Otherwise, it has recurring decimal expansion. Understood? So next, a little recapitulation. First of all, we have to concentrate on the denominator. Then we have to factorize the denominator by prime factorization method. If the denominator is of form this 2 into 5, where m and n are non-negative integers, it can be 0 also. So then it is terminating if denominator is of this form, and non-terminating if it cannot be expressed in 2 and 5 terms. Understood? Okay, next, moving toward the next question. Now this question says, write down the decimal expansion of rational number by expressing in the form of this. One thing that this question can come without actual division. It means you don't have to actually divide it, but still you have to write in the form of decimal. The first part is 3 by 8. Again, 3 by 8 is in standard form. We will convert the denominator into prime factors. So 8 is 2 into 2 into 2, hence it becomes 3 by 2 cube. Now since denominator consists of 2 cube only, we will multiply denominator and numerator by 5 cube, so that our denominator will become 10 to the power something. Okay, so after multiplying, we are getting 375 by 1000, which we can easily express in the form of decimal number 0.375. Understood? What we have to do? The first step, convert the denominator in form of prime factorization. Second step, we have to make our denominator as 10 to the power something. So we know that 2 into 5 is equal to 10. What we know? 2 into 5 is equal to 10. So to make 10 one time, 10 to the power 1, we need 1 2 and 1 5. But here we have 2 and its power is 3, which means that we have to convert it as 10 to the power 3, and for that we have to multiply by 5 to the power 3, so that every 2 is paired with 1 5 and it becomes 10. And then denominator is of the form 10, 100, 1000 like that, and we can simply express in the form of decimal. Okay, moving toward the next question, next part of it, 19 by 1600. So again the same thing. First of all, we will convert the denominator in prime factors. So here we see that there are 6 2 and 2 times 5, 2, because decimal denominator prime factorization is 2 to the power 6 into 5 square. Now we have to pair every 2 with the 5. So we have already 2 5 which we can pair with the 2 6. So how many 2's are left there? Then if we pair, we can pair these many numbers, and we are left with these many 2's. 1 2 3 and 4 2's. 4 2's we are left with. So we will multiply numerator and denominator by 5 to the power 4. So denominator will become this 10 to the power 6, and thus we got the decimal expansion. Got it? Okay. Next is how to solve. Okay, again explaining how we are solving. First we are factorizing the denominator and writing it in the form of 2 and 5. If the power of 2 and 5 are same, then it's good, but if they are not same, then we will make them same and try to get the power of 10, and thus we can divide the numerator and numerator with denominator to get the answer. I hope till now you have understood everything. Now move towards the next question. The next question says, state that the rational number 14,587 by 1250 terminates after how many decimal places? We just have to say after how, we don't have to find the decimal expansion. We just have to say after how many decimal places it will terminate. Again the same process. First step, we will convert the denominator in the form of 2 and 5. Okay, so here denominator is 2 into 5 to the power 4. We will find out the greater power. Here 4 is the greater power among the power of 2 and 5. So the decimal expansion terminates after 4 decimal places. Whatever will be the greater power, that will, after that many digits, the decimal expansion will terminate. Got it? It doesn't matter what is the power of 5, what is the power of 2, it doesn't matter. The maximum power we have to find out. For example, for finding the degree of polynomial, we are using the highest power of the variable. Same way here also we have to find out highest power of 2 or 5, whatever, which number is having the highest power, that after that highest power the decimal expansion will terminate. Understood? Okay, that's all for today's class. You please try to solve same kind of questions and practice it. Thank you, students.